Hey amigos, this is Ignacio Lopez. You're listening to Comedy Sheep Side Gig. This week I'm speaking to Nina Gilligan, a very good friend of mine, an icon on the circuit, and lots of funny stories. Let's check it out. It's a chat, it's not an interview. But the first question is, who the fuck are you and what do you do?
Such a good question. Don't you ask yourself that every day?
Every day, every gig.
Yeah, like who the fuck? Very northern question. Who the fuck do you think you are? Nina Gilligan, and currently I think it says on my passport that I'm a comedian.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's how I'm defining myself currently.
Yeah, that's what it says on my tax form, so that's what I'm sticking with, you know.
Yeah.
If you had to describe your job to a 5-year-old, what would you tell them?
Oh, I would say I'm a very silly lady.
Great.
Yeah.
You get paid for the privilege.
Yeah, I do. And I do think that's like, what an amazing privilege that is.
Yeah.
To be able to say that you get to be silly for a living. It's like I could say to a 5-year-old, I get to be you in a grown-up body. Never change.
That's the best selling point, I think, to a 5-year-old for a comedy career ever. So yeah, you nailed it there.
Yeah.
What? How did you get into comedy? When did you start?
Oh my goodness, I'm a late starter. I'm a really late starter.
She started 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. And then I just put it on my passport. So I started when I was 40 and I'm 54.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look 54 at all.
Thank you, Ignacio. So I had I was working as a probation officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any kind of similarities between the two
Yeah,
jobs?
there's loads.
Really?
Yeah. There's actually more than you would think.
Okay.
So I was working as a probation officer, and they don't use this phrase anymore, but I had a kind of breakdown.
They don't use that phrase anymore. That's not the legal...
Yeah, in mental health, I don't think they say breakdown anymore.
What do they call it now?
I think you would say that you had
an episode?
A sort of mental health crisis.
Okay.
So I was suffering from burnout.
Crisis sounds worse, though.
It does sound worse,
because
doesn't
breakdown,
it?
you call the AA, they come and sort the car out and you go on.
Yeah, nobody fixes
Crisis.
you. Crisis. Yeah, sounds like sound the alarm.
Need to get politicians on the phone.
Yeah, she's having a crisis. I wish it was like that.
So you had a breakdown though, or a crisis during your job.
Yeah, I had a mental health crisis. So I had burnout.
Yeah.
I was really tired. I was also I'd broken. Oh my goodness, this has got very sad very quick.
Straight away, we're gonna get happier. This is the
This is the trajectory gets happier. So the reason it was similar, I did something for a long time called group work, where people who've been on probation, one of their conditions on their when they get sentenced, they might get sentenced to something called group work.
Okay.
Which can be anything like thinking skills, or if it's substance abuse or domestic violence, they'll have to go onto a group where they'll learn things through cognitive behavioural therapy. And I was one of the people that delivered it.
Wow. So you're dealing with the groups almost like being a teacher in a way, is it?
Being a teacher. And if you can cope with some very... very diffident people who don't want to be there on a Sunday afternoon.
Hey, we've all played Portsmouth Junglers, okay?
then I think there are some similarities to then going on to stand up. And when people say I died on my ass, I'm like, you really didn't.
No,
you really didn't.
That's a great. It almost makes you bulletproof in stand-up. Then, if you've been through that sort of experience,
I think it gives you some perspective.
Yeah,
and it also gave me some gratitude, which is so important. So because I started really late, and it was something, I went on to have cognitive behavioural therapy for myself.
Yeah.
And one of the things I said was, I want to get back to doing something that I really love. And I had done performing when I was much younger.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm desperate. I'd even do amateur dramatics.
For any listeners who do amateur dramatics, that was not as much disdain in her voice for it as it sounded like.
Sorry. I'd even do am-dram. But I landed upon stand-up because when I've been much younger, I was always like cast in the the character roles.
You get the comic relief characters and stuff in place?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought, you know what, I'll give stand-up a try. I had tried it once upon a time and I was awful. And I was like, I'll give it a go again.
You tried it once, had a shit one.
Yeah.
Where was this?
Oh, God. Like, now you're really taking me back. Do you need this?
No.
It's a lot of background.
No. It's just, I'm just interested, personally curious.
Right. So when I was very young, round about 17, I've always been a do-gooder, right? So I was at college and I was putting on gigs for Amnesty International. Do you remember them?
Yeah, I did a fundraiser for them last year. They still exist.
Oh,
They're still going. Yeah.
I didn't kill it.
They didn't solve all the problems in the world.
Right. I did a gig for Amnesty International and I was sort of on the periphery of a scene. So I remember doing this gig and I'd got people like Steve Coogan.
Wow.
And Lem Sissay.
What? So this is your first gig, and these other people on the lineup.
so this is at the Green Rooms in Manchester, and I emceed it.
Right.
And
you've never done it before.
No.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Like the arrogance of youth is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So I emceed that. Then, for some reason, I thought, oh, there's not really anything happening in Manchester. Who are these people? I went up to Edinburgh in a transit van for the festival.
This is when you're 17.
Well, I think I was 18 when I went into transit. When I went in the transit van, I went to Edinburgh and I was hanging around. I was on the periphery of this scene. I met Carolina Hearn. She was doing Mary Immaculate.
Yeah.
My friend was going out with a guy called Bob Dillinger. You won't be surprised to know that he sort of did a Bob Dylan tribute.
Okay.
Phil Cool, all those kind of people were around. Henry Normal, all those. And I just like, there's not much happening in Manchester. I think what I'll do is I'll move to Edinburgh. I had in my head that the festival was on all year.
Yeah, September gets quiet.
So I moved to Edinburgh.
Wow, you just gate crashed like the comedy scene with all of these people, and then you were like, it happens here, it exists here. You moved to Edinburgh.
Because Manchester was like, I grew up in a really shitty part of Manchester. You have to understand it was
It's
a
called
shithole.
Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah, the whole Manchester. But I grew up in this little backwater where they had no bookshops or record shops and there wasn't much going on. And I honestly thought it was just this cultural desert. And I didn't realise who I was amongst.
Right, okay.
This will become a theme of my life, by the way. I'm like the Forrest Gump of success. I'm on all the photographs, but I'm never in it. So I sort of left Manchester and, we all know what happened next.
Yep.
And then I went up to Edinburgh. I got involved in some performing. I did go on this BTEC sort of drama course and there was a little module in stand-up.
Okay.
And I remember that tutor saying to me, you should really do stand-up. And I was like, why? And she just went, there's just something. So I did this little module and then I was in a film called Blood Junkies. There was a period.
It's a family film, right?
Yeah. It's been destroyed by Christian fundamentalists.
What?
This is another story.
What type of movie what genre was this?
So it was a B schlock horror film.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it was great fun to do. So do you remember that there was a big heroin problem in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
I don't know how we've got here so fast.
We did have a bit of a chat in the car. This isn't like the first thing we talked about this morning. I mean, we did talk about a gig for people with stoma. That's
that happened.
That's another thing. But that is quite a departure from the heroin problem in Edinburgh.
Well, there was a big thing, like, you might not remember it, like, Gary Oldman did a big film called Dracula.
Yeah, of course I know it.
So
Keanu Reeves' best role.
yeah. So Dracula was massive. and it spawned all these kind of Dracula-based genre films that were happening around that time.
Yeah.
Edinburgh got on board because they had a huge heroin problem, and obviously there's thematically there's something going on, isn't there, with blood. So there was this B movie that I got involved with, and all the students from that college. And there's still some footage. I've got a copy of this, but I shouldn't have a copy of this, but I do. So I was, anyway, cut to the chase. I was in this B movie, and then they had a rap party for the film, and they asked me to do stand up. Oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was.
So this is all the cast and the crew of the audience, then?
Yeah, and I was heckled very badly.
By your own cast and crew.
By my own cast
at the
and
rap
crew,
party.
At the rap party for a B movie that subsequently got destroyed by Christian American fundamentalists.
Wow.
I know. They got the rights to it because it was blood products, and the Christian fundamentalists don't believe in, is it the Mormons? I'm not sure, but don't believe in sharing blood. Is it? No, it's not Mormons. Who is it? Who doesn't believe in sharing blood? Is it?
I'm not sure. Josie's looking this up. We'll have it flash up on the screen.
Jose will know about this. It's a certain type of Christian that like if you were having an operation, you would say.
Okay, so like no transfusions,
that kind
organs and stuff like that.
So yeah, they bought the rights to it and they destroyed it, and it was a great little film. Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
They didn't like it.
I'll bring that up next time they knock on my door.
Yeah. Do you know you destroyed one of the greatest bits?
The cinematic
terrible.
Masterpiece.
It was terrible. And I remember it was so fun because we shot through the night on one of the scenes and we had a party. And I remember they said they wanted me to make this spliff. Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that what they gave me to smoke was some Italian herbs.
Oh no!
I know, it was dreadful. So we were making spliffs from Italian herbs.
They do they use herbal cigarettes on movie sets and stuff because you're not allowed to smoke.
Yeah.
Because of woke or something.
Yeah, because of woke. Oh, that woke.
yeah, it gets everywhere. Cigarettes.
I know. So
I got accused. Just a sidebar, real quick. I did 2 shows in Ponte Art Center, which is where my mother's from recently, and afterwards I went to the pub, and it had been about 300 people at the gig, and afterwards I was like, oh, they're closing the bar in the theater. We're all gonna go over to this pub, so we filled this pub in this little town in Ponte the Guajal, it's called, the Ponte Inn. We went in, and a family were there, and they said, oh, we really enjoyed the show. And I was like, oh, thanks so much. They said, yeah, my son was going to come. I said, you should have come. We had 4 tickets. He didn't come. She said, no, he's a bit woke for me. I was like, what? And I was like, don't get me wrong. Like, I am, I think progressive and leftist or whatever, but I don't really I don't start the show as like a political rally or anything. I'm not like being... or like chastising the crowd. I've got stories to tell that are going to amuse you. So I made them FaceTime him, and I called him a motherfucker.
How is that woke for you?
I told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, proper woke.
Yeah. So you're smoking an Italian herbal fake spliff for this movie.
I know.
They're gross, those herbal cigarettes.
And then I had to lick some sugar blood off a vampire. I know. It was
as in syrup to look like
syrup.
blood. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it was great fun. I was young, and then it was all ruined by my terrible gig, and then I just thought, I'm not going to do stand-up again. I had a brief outing as a Scylla Slack. So Scylla Slack, I did a game show. Do you remember Scylla Black?
Yeah, surprise. And
so I
date.
thought I could drag up a Scylla Black and call myself Scylla Slack.
Great.
And I did a very bitter.
So very much like the real thing.
Yeah. I don't know how you do that. Like there's conceptually there wasn't a lot in it.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm already a red-headed woman, so I don't know what I was trying to achieve.
Okay, it's like when drag acts are trying to come up with the theme or the name and stuff.
Yeah.
And they come up with such a great name, they're like, oh, I've got to stick to that now.
Yeah.
And there's not really many comedy corners to go with it.
Yeah. I'd sort of tied myself in knots. So that was my only outing, really. Oh, I did do a double act very briefly, but only, like, I think we made it up because, what's he called, that brilliant director that does all the improvising? I love him. He's left wing. I do have a bit of a memory problem with names.
Not
Lee.
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee. So Mike Lee came to do an audition. And he wanted stand-ups. So me and my friend pretended that we were in a double act and went and auditioned for Mike Lee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And he liked it?
He liked it. We didn't get the
the role.
part. No.
Did he make the movie with Davy Jones?
Yeah, he did.
Daniel Blake.
Yeah, and he made a movie in Scotland called 16.
Yeah.
And that was lovely. So I went on, and when I was in university, post-university, I was working with the homeless.
Okay.
I started working with the homeless when I was in uni, and post-uni I was working in a hostel.
You've collected a lot of karma points in your career, I think.
Thank you.
You've done the amnesty gig that you put on yourself.
Yeah.
You've done the, probation, homeless
this
charity.
is me though. I always work with wonky donkeys, so I empathise with a wonky donkey. So I was working in the hostel in Glasgow in do I want to call it so it's called Hutchinson Town now, but it was a very rough area of Glasgow.
Called Glasgow.
And they came to us and it was great. So they came to us and they were looking for young men to be in the 16. And they, didn't have bank accounts.
No.
So they were paying them in cash. And we were a dry hostel, so they weren't allowed alcohol in the hostel. But for that day, we allowed them to bring alcohol into the hostel. And they were like fucking kings for the day. It was amazing. Yeah, that was really fun.
It's like that scene in Shawshank Redemption where he's on the roof. They've been working all day and he convinces the guards to let them have beers.
Yeah.
And they're just like, for one day,
Yeah, for one day. It was great. So that was fun. But yeah, I have got a history of working with wonky donkeys,
sure.
I think.
What, from going from, were you still working in probation while you started doing stand-up comedy?
No,
No. I
completely, came out of probation and then I just had to start again, and it was scary. Because I was, I'm still a mum at this point.
Right.
I've got youngish kids. I needed to bring some work in. I got a job in a pub in quite close to where I live, and I started by just cleaning in the pub.
Sure.
And then, they spotted I had skills. So they let me work behind the bar.
Progression, isn't it? The pub industry is very similar to comedy. You do your 5 spot.
Yeah. Me and my husband have three rules to life when it comes to work. Turn up on time, don't nick anything, and don't touch anyone, and you will fucking soar in life. That is my life.
Oh my God, that's exactly like comedy as well. It's like, do your time.
Yeah.
Don't nick jokes.
And don't touch
and
anyone.
Don't fucking touch anyone.
And
many people miss that third rule.
You will smash life. And when me and my husband hear anything on the news, we'll go, which rule was it? It's always one of the 3.
It's one of the 3, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm terrible. I think I grassed someone up for nicking something.
In the pub?
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
Were they nicking booze or cash, or what was the situation?
There was something going on where there'd become a clique of people working in that pub that were ripping off the owners, and I quite liked the owners, and I was like, this doesn't seem sound to me.
Yeah.
And I just kind of went, listen, wasn't me that told you, but this is happening. I soared in that pub. I was a key holder. I was holding keys by day 10. So
and then you pulled off the biggest heist in pub history. you managed to make you managed to gain their confidence. Key holder.
So I worked in the pub.
Yeah.
So that was what I was doing. I was working in the pub.
Day and then doing stand up on the side.
And doing stand up on the side. And they were pretty good with me.
Cool.
So they were like, oh yeah, you got a gig. Great. Love it.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
What did you ever do a gig in the pub?
Yeah. They made me.
Every job you've worked in, it's like, oh, rap party, you're doing stand-up. People are just forcing you.
And I got so my now agent, who I love, sent me a cease and desist.
Your agent told you to stop gigging or what?
Sent me a cease and desist because I called it Barrel of Laughs. And what I didn't realise was that the Frog and Bucket in Manchester also has a gig called Barrel of Laughs. I didn't take it seriously. I just thought, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
We've got like 7 people watching us on a Thursday night. So I just carried on calling it Barrel of Laughs until I got a cease and desist.
Legally binding. Stop it.
You stop it now. But she's my agent now. It's
She's your
fine.
agent. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens often. It's like with Disney. They issue cease and desist, and if the people ignore them, they end up just buying the company.
Yeah.
So that's where your agent's on there. It's like, well, if we can't beat her, just sign her.
Yeah. We'll just keep her. She's not mean any harm.
That's Jess all over, though, isn't it? It's kind of like, well, okay, she's got something. Let's get her on involved.
Yeah.
Class.
So that was fine. So I think it all sort of turned out all right in the end.
How long did you work in the pub for?
Oh, I was there on and off. I kept leaving and coming back, and they were like, oh, okay, come back. So I think that's a real process in comedy for anyone that wants to do it. I think there's a period of you thinking that you can do it full time now.
Yeah, I think I tried to go full. It was the 3rd time that it stuck.
Yeah.
So I tried to go full time 3 times.
Yeah, I think that was about the same for me. I think I thought, oh yeah, we can do it now. We can do it. And then I was like, can I come back?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, okay then.
Surprising how quickly work dries up when you really need it.
Yeah,
stand-up wise.
Totally. And you just like, you get a bit ahead of yourself and you sort of like, oh no, I've cracked it now because I'm in this club.
Yeah.
And then you realise, oh, they only book you for 1 weekend a year. Oh God, I think I might need to ask for a few more shifts.
Yeah, I think one of the things I told some other comics recently as well, newer comics. So something I did pretty early on, which helped me out a lot. I wrote a Christmas set. I wrote, a Valentine's Day set.
Oh yeah, really good idea.
So that as soon as I gigged somewhere and they were like, "Oh, that's great. We'll have to get you back in 6 months or whatever." I was like, "Well, actually, I have a Christmas set, and Christmas is 2 months away." And they were like,
"Right, I need to write this down." Living and learning.
I'll text Jess. She'll remind you. It's
okay.
So that's what I just did, is just recorded Christmas material I've accumulated for about 10, 15 years. This is a really good idea. I just filmed it in Ponte as a Christmas special to go out in December. So I did a full hour of Christmas stuff. This is a brilliant idea. Because I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Because Christmas rolls around every year and I'm like, oh no, I got to do the Christmas material again. So I'm like, no, get it. And now it's encouraging me to write new stuff. This is a really good thing, isn't it? When you want to get rid of, not when you want to get rid of stuff, but it's like a good way to sort of capture it. Yeah. And not memorialize it, but have it done. It also it encourages you to move on and generate new stuff. 100%. It's so easy to just I've got jokes about, for instance, Norway, right? Because my friend opened up a comedy club over there years ago, so I went over a week early. Yeah. Did loads of research, wrote lots of stuff, tried it out that week. Yeah. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. So anytime I've gone back to Norway and performed there, like once every couple of years, I end up doing the same jokes again. Yeah. And it's like, I wrote that 8 years ago. I should really generate some new stuff about Norway. So I was like, right, film that. Yeah. Put it out as clips. Yeah. Everyone who follows like English language comedy in Norway has now seen it. So if I go out there, I have to have new stuff. Yeah. Otherwise, they're like, you told that joke last time. Yeah, absolutely. So. Which is interesting because some of my clips, a lot of my clips online, I do, and they're new material. And I put them out as raw new material. Yeah, same. New jokes I'm working on. Yeah. You might not even have the proper punchline yet. And what I'm kind of hoping, I think, and I don't know if it's right, is that there is more people in the world than you think. Do you know the amount of people who see your clips? even the ones that go viral or whatever, is so minuscule.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
And I try to tell new comedians that. So they'll say things to me like, oh, I don't want to put that out because it'll burn it. And I'm like, do you know how many people in the world there are and how many times they would have to watch that for it even to sink in? They're literally on the train, they're in their headphones, they're eating their cereal, they're talking to... Do you know what? They're not concentrating on you.
No.
And you're not that interesting.
And your 45-second joke.
Yeah, then you're not that interesting. No. And I think if you have a bit of humility with it, you'll realise that actually you're not really burning anything. A special's a little bit different because someone's going to pay to watch that, or they're investing in you in some way. But a clip, nobody gives a fuck.
Gone.
It's gone. It's like, it's air.
So the song I wrote years ago and performed, the Why Spain Hates the UK, the Spanish barman song, right? The Umbrella Paella.
Yeah, which I can't get out of my head.
I lots of people tell me it's an earworm. Yeah, like it gets stuck there. So I've been doing that song for a decade, easy. Yeah. And I put it out, I think 2018 as a video. Went viral on Twitter, first of all. I was like, great. Put on Facebook, same thing happened. Then lots of people were ripping it. Eventually, I think now, it's probably had about 40 million views across platforms, right? And that's from my posting it out, other people ripping it and sticking it on TikTok or whatever. Like, it's been seen by a lot of people. So at least 40 million people have seen it. Yeah. I can still go to a comedy club, do that song. Yeah. And everyone in the crowd's hearing it for the first time.
100%.
I'm not famous. Like, everyone seems to think like, oh, this has happened, you know. And you're not Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know. You're not Taylor Swift. Yeah. Not everyone's heard the stuff that you're putting out.
I think the biggest thing I ever did was like, I think it went out to, I think it was like 1 million. Yeah. And that would be considered sort of viral.
That's massive, yeah.
But yeah, I can still do that every single weekend if I wanted to. Yeah. And most people in that audience have not heard of it. Yeah. So I think I think when we're thinking about producing, a lot of the time, and it's a human thinking error, isn't it? You have in your head a sort of peer group of judges. Yeah. It's funny. I would love to know who's in your head. Like, we all have in our head, don't we? And I bet everybody at home can think of them immediately. That you have a sort of peer group of judges that actually in reality don't fucking exist.
Yeah, sure.
And that's who you're playing to. Yeah. And it's like, we've all got them there. And I bet you can think of who yours are. I know who mine are.
Comic-wise, comedians. Yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah, I probably got them in there. Especially people who said things to you early on and it stuck.
I was going to say, and they will be like... So I started out with people like Freddie Quinn. Okay. And I love Freddie now. Yeah. But when we first started, I was a bit scared of him. And I thought he thought I was shit. So if I'm thinking about something like a clip that I'm putting out now, Freddie Quinn might pop in my head. And I have to sort of play whack-a-mole with Freddie Quinn. But I'm just like, go away, Freddie. So, but I think we all do that, and it's just a thinking error.
What's funny, 100%. And
that's sort of what I used to teach in probation, coming back full circle.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, as in they...
Thinking errors.
Okay.
So we do a number of thinking errors, and that's what cognitive behavioural therapy is based on.
Right. So give me an example. If somebody you're dealing with in probation, let's create a blank canvas, a fake person that we're dealing with now, right? Typically, what would they have done?
So an offender might have done, a range of things, like we were talking earlier before we started. So it might be they might have made an impulsive decision based on a thinking error.
Okay, so like say
they might have
burglary or something.
Yeah. So that might be an opportunistic crime. Okay. So that they've done based on a sort of thinking error. So they might have taken something from a shop, let's say shoplifting. Yeah. And they've just taken it, but their thinking around that might be all kinds of attitudes. So the attitude might be, well, that's all right, isn't it? Because that shop can afford for that thing to be taken. Yeah. So that's a thinking error. That's a thinking error.
Okay, sure. Because they're not It's a justification, isn't it?
It's a justification. And there's maybe a lack of consequential thinking.
Right.
So often what you get and any of us can be an offender. This isn't me fucking saying I couldn't.
No, of course.
You could be an offender tomorrow because
I was an offender this morning.
If your situation changes sufficiently enough, any of us could be offenders. So if I lose all my work tomorrow, and I suddenly find myself in a situation where I've got no money and my children are starving, I could be the person in the shop.
Yeah.
Nicking a packet of fish fingers. So this is not me.
No, being judgmental.
Judgmental.
No, I'm just curious to
a thinking error might be around. It's the sort of consequential thinking about, well, what are the long-term implications now of that decision in that moment, and that's a very simple one. So what was the long-term outcome of that?
And the long term for them is that they got caught and they're in probation now talking to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how would you teach them around that? How would you stop them from making those mistakes again?
So,
how would you be their Freddie Quinn?
So in a thinking course, in a sort of in a cognitive behavioural course, there would be like a number of sessions where you would
that's better. Don't move
because we'll come back on.
The lights have gone, but we've got our lights on, so we're in an office suite and they're back on.
You moved.
Damn it.
Jose moved. So you would go through a number of different sessions that would address different thinking errors, and anybody that's gone through any sort of cognitive behavioural therapy, there will be things like some people have a tendency to catastrophize, let's say.
Okay.
Some people have a tendency to blame. Some people have a tendency to minimize. Some people have a tendency to do. There's a lot of different ways in which we think that might be impacting on the decisions that we make.
Okay.
And then we can look at how we make better decisions that help us.
Have you come across any of the people that you worked with the probation since?
Oh God, yeah, because I'm terrible with like names and places. I have a slight memory issue. It's called transient aphasia. So and also because I know lots of people from lots of different areas. So I know people from the homeless scene and I know comics. I ran up to somebody in a petrol station and gave them a hug, and they said, "Oh, are we okay to hug now?" And I looked at him and he was like, "You used to supervise me."
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't know where you knew them from?
Yeah.
You're just like, I knew them, and you had these sort of memories of them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. and all that stuff as well. Like, it's really important to say.
I was wondering why you gave me £5 when I saw you.
Yeah.
You thought I was homeless.
Yeah. And it's so but it's really important to say, like, people aren't going to change their behaviour unless they're in a situation where it's a good time for them. And that was always a problem on probation, because I'm not saying that probation, like, it's a really great thing. I often felt like you can't mandate for people's behavioural change.
Yeah.
You can't say, put someone on probation, give them a course, they're now going to change. Unless, and this was a great phrase, and I absolutely think I want to get it right because I always fucking get it wrong. People will not change unless the pain of staying the same is worse than the pain of change.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that rings very true, I think.
So you cannot say that at the time of sentencing, that is the situation for that person. You can only increase it for them. You can only sort of try and make the discrepancies, and you do try to do that by working with them therapeutically. You try to get them to the place where they are self-motivated to change.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone to change.
Yeah.
You can only motivate them to change.
Because complacency is the biggest enemy, I think, of change, isn't it?
Yeah.
People thinking like, well, it's easier. It's easier to just stay as is. Oof.
So it's not an easy thing.
No.
And it's not you know, it's not something you can just sort of sum up.
Yeah. In a course, in a weekend or however long.
No, and it's really lovely when you see it happen.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous when you're with somebody and you can see that they want to, and then it's heartbreaking when you see a situation where somebody really wants to, but you know, we live in a situation where they have so much poverty, or they have so many other situations going on in their life that are fucking working against them.
Yeah.
That however much they want to change, they just like, how do they? And you can see that and you feel powerless, horrible, which, you know, is why one of the reasons you get burnt out, and you can see why social workers get burnt out and all those people.
Have you felt any kind of burnout? I know obviously perspective-wise completely different, but have you felt any of that in stand-up? Because it can be quite intense comedy as well.
You know what? I have felt like, oh God, such a good question. Sometimes in comedy, I feel the burnout of the lack of it being a team sport.
Yeah. I spoke about this before to someone. It's crazy how lonely you can feel sometimes doing stand-up comedy, especially when you're traveling somewhere. You know, you arrive at night, you go out, you see your faces, but you're not actually interacting
the lack
with
of
them.
Connection bothers me.
And then you go back to a hotel solo.
Yeah.
That's sometimes crushing, like how difficult it is. And that's why I try my best to kind of like wherever I'm gigging, you know, make friends with the comics in that area. So I at least have some kind of connection to kind of connect, you know, somebody to sort of tap up after a show or something, or the next day.
Yeah.
Before I move on to Sheffield or something.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, totally. I think the lack of connection can be really bother me, but I get something from, like, I offset it in different ways. So, you know, I set up that organisation with Kiri.
Yeah.
So that I find that really, like, it sounds terrible. So it's a sexual harassment HR, because we don't have anything really in comedy.
It's weird because it's such a connected industry, but it doesn't have the kind of hierarchy or structure that any other industry has. So we don't have a governing body. We don't have a HR, like you said.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone you can kind of call up and until you've formed Get Off, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that was just and it's only one bit of HR that we do. So, but we've tried to do that, and I get satisfaction from something like that. I get a little bit of a feeling of, okay, we're doing something that's slightly meaningful.
Yeah.
And I always found that when I was studying drama when I was younger, it was like, oh, I can do this. This is fun. It's very egotistical. I love it. But I also have to have the offset of, but I'm also working with the homeless. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. I think, like, some people are just built like that, aren't they?
It's a good problem to have, though. Like, your thing you're saying there's something wrong with you, but the thing you're saying is wrong with you is causing you to, like, do better stuff in the world. I wish more people had that problem, if I'm being honest with you.
But I do like that. That's like who I am, and I think it probably always will be. But it also means, like, I'm going to be unsuccessful.
So there is a ruthless. You need some kind of level of ruthlessness, I think, in order to really power through.
And I don't have that.
No, I think, you know, I've not turned stuff down, but I've kind of like shied away from certain things because I think I do think there's the possibility I could be a monster, like deep down.
Yeah.
That terrifies me.
Shadow self.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want that to happen. I'll give you an example, right? So I've been fortunate that I've done, you know, some television work and stuff like this. And I like to think, you know, that I treat everyone the same. And like, because it's not so long ago that I was in these people's shoes, like runners and, you know, people working production team, you know, catering, service industry. Like, I know for a fact I'm like 2 months away from being right back in that situation, especially trying to go full time doing stand up. I did temp work at Boots 1 year because went under owing me thousands, and I couldn't pay my rent, so I was like, right, go do temp work. Just working on the stacking shelves and stuff. You know, all my family in Spain, they all work, you know, bar and industry work, and that's what I was doing right up until I managed to kind of break through. But I was in. I think I'm quite pleasant to be around, and
You are.
treat her. I think
You are.
No. Well, some people would think that, but then obviously there's some people who be like, no, he was a bit of a prick to me, you know. And I don't. I never try to be.
No,
but
we all have our moments.
I had not a meltdown, but I had a situation where I was running so late for something, and this production was going on and on and on. Fairly recently, a few months ago, it hasn't aired yet. The production, and I'm gonna find it difficult to watch. Because I snapped at someone because he was running so late, and I was They were saying we'd finished filming, and I had to be somewhere else, and I was already late, and I knew it was going to take me over an hour to get to this place, and I should have been there over an hour ago. And one of the production staff came over, and they were like, "Oh, car's going to be here in like 30 minutes," and I'm outside in my coat waiting for this car. I was like, are you fucking joking? And I wasn't reacting to them, just the news in my head. I was like ready to explode or whatever. But I probably made this woman feel like shit because of my reaction. And I felt really bad about it. And I went over and apologized after. But I know first impressions make such a difference. And from now until the rest of the time, if she ever comes across my name or sees me again, she's going to think, he was a real prick.
Oh, Ignacio, I think you might be being too harsh on yourself.
Maybe, but I think I need that. I need to think that because otherwise there's a potential I could just be like, I'm fucking great. I can do whatever I want. And I think never be like that.
It's good to have that sort of guardrail on yourself where you sort of do pull yourself up.
Yeah.
And I've done it as well. I was like a bit of a prick on...
I can't picture that.
I was the other night. I was a bit of a prick. I was a bit annoyed that I can't mention it because it'll reveal who it's about.
We can bleep out any names. I feel Ellis told some stories. I have to bleep out a lot of names.
There was a contract that we were expected to sign at the last minute, and I was a bit annoyed.
Was this in?
Yeah.
Was it for?
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing happened to me. And it was after the recording. Said, do you mind signing this? I was like, are you joking? Like,
I was really cross about it. And I was just like...
We're going to bleep all of that out, okay?
Yeah, we need to get rid of all of that. But I was a bit of a prick about it.
Yeah, sure.
I was quite vocal. I was a little bit like... Oh God! This new production. He's not the new manager.
Yeah,
he's never met me before. He's gonna think I'm a little bit Larry.
I think he hasn't been in comedy that long either. He's only been working there for a few months, and he's got it's strange because he's entered the world we've been in for some time, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a different idea of how it works and everything. So to have that conversation, somebody came over and like basically put a contract. He said, "Oh, do you mind just signing this?" And I was like, "What is this?" And like I'm trying to read it. He was like, "Oh yeah, just pop your signature in there." I was like, "No, can I read it first?" And I'm going through it, and I was like, "I didn't agree to any of this." Something I learned super early on, and this is in any industry, you have to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, I've been so desperate for work sometimes. Like I've been in debt and serious trouble and stuff. People coming to bailiffs coming to the door, whatever. You have to, even if you're desperate for the work, you have to learn to say no when somebody's taking advantage of you.
100%. And like setting up that HR, that is about doing a good thing, but it's also about absolutely setting standards and saying no.
Yeah.
And making sure that we have pushback. So it's not always being the nice guy. And working in probation was sometimes about saying no and having to tell people they were going back to prison. It's not always about taking the easy route.
Yeah.
But it is about fairness and kindness. And I think as long as you kind of keep those things in mind, you're never really going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, well, it's just a lot of the time it's about being honest, not just letting things slide, because it can be a slippery slope sometimes as well. So,
and I think people know if you're fair and if you're genuinely kind, that you're not really coming from a bad place.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of questions I haven't asked. I think one of them. So I ask everyone what their worst, when we talk about like jobs and stuff like that, what their worst day was. But I think you've been in some industries where I don't really want to hear about it. So what I'll do is this. What was the worst day you had working at the pub? Let's avoid the.
Oh, I've got a funny story about the pub.
Go on.
Michael Portillo.
What?
Came.
Where was this pub?
So it's on a railway.
Okay.
So it's a really old pub. It's like 1700s, and it's one of these station buffet bars.
Okay.
So Michael Portillo was doing his Great British Railway journeys.
Okay.
And we had this, God rest her soul, she's dead now. We had this little woman. She was so annoying, and she wasn't. I don't think there was any definition between her head and the rest of her body. She was kind of square. You know, one of those
Sure.
square women.
Yeah, yeah.
And really offensive. So they didn't have much notice that Michael Portillo was coming.
Wait, was she working with you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
They didn't have, so the manager didn't have notice that Michael Portillo was coming. So they rang me and said, can you come down when Michael Portillo is coming? We need someone behind the bar, and we can't just have Sue because she's gonna upset him. So I came down, and they set up, and I took Mark down, I took my husband down, and they was like they had them like round in little seats. So he comes in, the production's there, the camera's there, and I'm doing this big. I'm such a I do fundraisers for the Labour Party,
Right.
but I'm such a fucking media slut that as soon as he walks through the door, I'm like that.
Michael Portillo's in the house.
Michael Portillo's in the house. I'm giving him this big smile, and he turns to his production assistant, and I swear to God, he went, "Well, who's that? She looks frisky."
About you?
Yeah, frisky. Like I'm some sort of untrained horse that he's going to have to wrangle.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So the setup is that Michael Portillo is going to come to the bar and ask the busty barmaid, the frisky busty barmaid, what kind of local ale
To drink. Okay.
to drink. And then he's going to ask about black peas, because
Okay.
we serve black peas, which are a local, very local delicacy.
Yeah, I mean, I've not heard of black peas.
Yeah, black peas. And I've got to tell him about the black peas. I'm down for it. So he comes up, he goes, yes, Nina, lovely to meet you. So what ale would you recommend? This is all on film. It still exists. And I'm like, yes, you can get this. And would you like something to eat? So they want to do a few takes. And Sue's job is just to bring the black peas. That's her job. So the kitchen. So I think they do take one, and they said, can we just do that again, Nina? And I'm like, yeah, fucking professional. Let's do it again.
Let's reset on set, please.
Yeah, let's just take it down. Then suddenly, I think we're on take 3 because they want to do a different angle or something. Suddenly we're here from the kitchen. If he asks for these black peas one more time, I'm going to stick them up his fucking ass.
Overheard by everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, Sue, what are you doing to them?
It was the best. I fucking
Did
loved
she
it.
think he just kept ordering black peas or something?
She
This
just
guy fucking loves these black peas.
She just had no idea. She had no idea. She was fucking wild. She had like signet gold rings on every finger. No neck. No fucking etiquette. She hated me. She just she didn't talk to me. We'd be on shift together and she'd just fucking look at me out the side eye. That was brilliant. I loved it. I was like, can we not have that on the final take?
That would have been great. I'm gonna look that up. Was it Michael Portillo's
Great British Railway.
Great British Railway? I want to see Sue's cameo as well.
yeah,
Can't wait to see you, Nina. But
yeah.
did they keep that in the edit? No. We'll dub it in.
Yeah, dub it in. If
We'll
he asks
dub it
for
in.
these, I'm gonna stick him up his fucking ass.
Showbiz.
So that was one of my best days at work. Not my worst, though.
She didn't realize she wasn't on a Mike Lee film. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
Was it, this Michael Portillo? Was he in politics at the time, or he finished and then got into?
Yeah, so he had. I think he always had his eye on entertainment.
Yeah, he did enjoy it. Well, I mean, he still does lots of bits on television. Frisky.
I mean, it's not a sexual comment, is it? It's just more of like, I'm sort of like, one of those horses that needs tamed. Like, what is that?
Yeah, but also...
But it's also like what you'd think about a working class woman that's a bit like, she looks like she might be a bit...
Like he's come
like
to the tavern.
Like I can't control her.
Yeah.
Do I need a whip?
Like an old-fashioned sort of like kicking through the
Peasant.
hay bales and into the saloon doors, and there you are, yeah.
Frisky. Fucking frisky. I'll frisky you, you cheeky cunt.
I'd love it if you'd signed off with that, What ales do you recommend? I'll frisk you, you miserable prick. Yeah.
Frisky. Couldn't get over that.
Right.
I just wonder what you made of that trip.
So what's the? I mean, you've gigged with some absolute greats. Your first gig had Steve Coogan on it, but what's the best show you've ever seen as a punter? It doesn't even have to be comedy, music, anything.
I'm just going to go for the most recent one. That's the best inspirational one I've ever. The best inspirational show I've seen recently, because I have been very gifted in being on with some brilliant people. Russell Kane.
Outstanding. Yeah.
So
I know he's massive and very successful, but I still consider him one of like the most underrated comics in the UK.
I find him inspirational.
Yeah.
Like his energy and his ability to improvise and be on the edge.
Yeah, very sharp.
Very, just like his physicality over an hour.
Yeah.
I just don't like. It's superhuman.
Yeah, and because he's so expressive in his movement and how he sells every joke, I think people forget how well written everything is as well.
Yeah, it's
like
brilliant.
How densely written and how punchline
He's
heavy
brilliant.
it is, because they think like, oh, he's just jumping around, and no, not at all.
No, he's not jumping around. His jokes are like, I saw him improvise brilliantly. I saw some really well written bits.
Yeah.
The physicality is outstanding. I've seen actors that are nowhere near as good as him.
I've seen athletes who can't move like him.
Yeah. Like, he's the whole package. He's like one of those people that you go... Because sometimes you can delude yourself, like I can, where I'm going, I'm actually not bad. And then I see someone like that and go, oh my God, I need to give up. Like, it's like I'm here and he's there. Like, he's at Olympus.
No, you're outstanding, Nina. You give yourself some credit where it's due. Like, I think the issue is especially like when you've been gigging for a while, what I found is, most gigs I'm on, I'm either closing or doubling or something, so I don't get to see much now of what's around, and I miss that because I love stand-up comedy. I love watching comedy. When I was first started out, and even now if I can, I'll show up early and I'll be the last one to leave. I'll watch the whole show. I love doing that, and I think then you miss a lot of seeing what other acts are up to. And then when you see somebody like Russell Kane, when I'm lucky enough to be on a bill with him or something, or Phil Nichol or anyone who's just like absolutely outstanding, and you watch them and you're like, wow, I'm only putting in, I feel like I'm putting so much into my stand-up, and then you watch somebody like that and you're like,
incredible.
There's so many more layers and stuff.
Yeah, and that's an inspiration. And I think you actually, that's if you can open yourself to that and just kind of go, rather than, because I've seen it and I've been it, where sometimes you see something brilliant and you can kind of go, oh God, what's the point? But if you can just be open to it and go, oh wow, there's so much more to do.
Yeah.
And really take that on board. And I did, I'd seen that show and then I had a work in progress. And I was getting really tied up in the mechanisms of writing and thinking, I've got a deadline, and I was hating it. And I just went, I'm going to just do something I've never done before. I'm just going to loosely do some headings and I'm just going to workshop it and I'm just going to really pour some energy into it. And it was great. It was really freeing. And I'm not saying that's going to be the final bit.
Yeah.
But I approached it in a completely different way and took many more risks.
You have to experiment.
Because of him.
Great. That's great when inspiration actually gives you that impetus to do something.
Yeah.
Actually make it happen.
Yeah. So I was very impressed.
Russell, obviously, big listener of the podcast. He'll appreciate this.
Thanks, Russ.
That's great that you took that inspiration, moved on. Is there something you've done on stage, or is there a show you've done where you feel most proud of it?
Yeah, I just finished my first tour, Goldfish, which is a little bit about, it's about a few things, but it's about memory and it's about what happened to me with something quite serious happened to me, but that I don't reveal that, not even at the 45-minute mark. I don't reveal it right to the end. But yeah, I loved doing that show.
That's going out on BBC Radio 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to do it as a great. I can't wait to listen to that.
Thank you.
So you were working on bits of it when we did that Baby in Arms gig. The kid. So I don't know. Have you ever seen one of these kids shows, Jose? They do these gigs where they just book a lineup of comics.
Oh, they're crazy.
They're wild, and it's really
Me and you were backstage like that. What have we done?
So it's just a sea of mothers with their babies.
Mm.
And because they don't get to go to comedy stuff, so they book these in the afternoon because they got the kids, they're looking after the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
A few dads as well.
Yeah.
And you pop out there and all you can hear is just like screaming children.
Yeah.
But the mothers have like tuned that out. So they like, it's on a frequency where the mother's like, yeah, this is just general
background
baby
to them.
crying noise.
Yeah.
But you've got to go up and perform stand up.
Oh, it's very difficult.
With the sound of
very difficult.
Yeah. But that was fun though.
It was fun now.
And you were talking about working on Goldfish at the time, I think, which was exciting. So I can't wait to listen to that.
Thank you.
What's your next show about? You've just started
I think
writing the
it's
next
called the working title at the minute. It's called Lemon Cake.
Okay.
And I've had kind of a weird time. So my daughter had come back and then she's left again, and from uni, and then she's gone to Glasgow, and it's both my children in Scotland now, so it's the first time that I've been at home, like without any of the kids, and I had what I thought I'd had a stroke. The doctor thought I'd had a stroke, but I actually had a dissociative event, they call it, where you're just a bit out of yourself. It's like a software problem, and I was making this cake, this lemon cake, for 6 hours. Sorry, this makes me laugh. My husband came home and there was apparently like flour everywhere and the cupboards were all open and I was just making this cake. And
this is how I cook, by the way, so don't...
Yeah. And I'd left the handbrake off the car and it had run into the car of the neighbours.
Shit.
Yeah, I had this dissociative event and it went on for 2 weeks.
Did you finish the lemon cake?
Kind of.
Okay.
And at one point I said, it's all right, I'm making you a salmon poke bowl after this. And he was like, when will that be ready? So,
a week Friday.
yeah. And so I did a few strange things. I went to mass. I ended up having a meeting with the priest where I tried to convince him they were wrong about abortion. And I had a bit of a strange time. And I think it was a reaction to the sort of empty nesting and a sort of just trying to get my shit back together. So it's called Lemon Cake.
Yep. Lemon cake.
Yeah.
It sounds fun though. It sounds batshit crazy, but I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
It's about me kind of coming back to myself after a bit of a shock, I think.
Okay, cool. And
but I think my women, so my audience are women and gays, like that's a women, gays and their children seem to come to me.
Okay.
Which is a great audience.
Yeah, cracking.
But I think a lot of women will resonate.
They'll relate, yeah, for sure. Especially because any moms who like their kids have kind of like set off, and then I think my mom talks about it as well, like just going a little bit crazy when.
Oh God, it's real. This stuff is real. I was not expecting that.
It's like another chapter, isn't it? It's like you kind of, it feels like the story was written up to a point, and then it's kind of like, oh, I don't know where this goes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun, but we're gonna find out in Lemon Cake.
Yeah.
Where the story goes.
Yeah.
Cool. That 45-minute thing you were talking about with the, like, often comics will put like the trauma or the sad bit, you know, at that 45-minute mark. My last tour show was about, a lot of it was about depression. And I was like, I don't want that to be like at the 45-minute bit.
Me neither.
So I practically opened with it.
Yeah, great.
And it was uncomfortable working it out, how I'd make that palatable and work for audiences. But then I found that once we got past that point, and it was like, we can crack on and enjoy the rest of the show now, you know?
Yeah, I thought so I did a metaphor of a goldfish because I played a goldfish in a bowl in an advert. So,
did you?
Yeah. So she was called Marigold. So I just used her as a metaphor for the bad bit.
Great.
But they didn't really know that right till the end.
Sure.
So I just did it right at the end.
Yeah.
So I just thought.
Okay, cool. We won't spoil it. We won't.
Yeah,
we'll wait till
the
Radio 4 special
So I
goes
just
out.
did it. I just like kept kicking it into the long grass, if you know what I mean. I think they knew that there was something.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things, you know, when you watch on the telly and you're going, oh, there's something in that, but we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah,
so I just seeded it in.
In stand-up, is there anyone that sort of, I mean, Russell Kane, you've mentioned, has brought you the idea to change what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Was there anyone, especially starting out, that you not necessarily emulated, but just sort of influenced you in what you did?
Wow, that's a really good question. Who was I? I think I was really influenced by my peer group, my cohort.
Sure. Everybody
has a cohort, don't they, in comedy? So there was people around me like Liam. Oh gosh, this is part of my memory issue. So there was certain. I mean, the names don't matter for your audience, but there'd be certain people in my group. So it was a bit odd because they weren't my age and generally not my gender. So it was like I was hanging around with a group of teenage lads, really. Like, why did your mother come with you? So I was very inspired by watching and, like you said, being at gigs and watching people experiment. I think it's a very rich time for experimentation when you first start.
Oh, definitely. People get stuck in their flow otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
They don't take risks as much.
Yeah. So I just liked being around people that were being creative and trying, and you just were like, I was blown away by what I was seeing on the circuit. And I loved all that. Yeah.
Where are you gigging? I know you got Cardiff tonight. Where are you gigging next?
Oh, everywhere. Like, I'm up and down this. So exciting, always exciting. My London Comedy Store at the end of the month.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I watched yesterday. This is a bit of a side note. Have you seen the film Deep Cover?
No.
So have you got Amazon Prime?
Yes.
It's on that, right? It's got Bryce Dallas Howard is like one of the main characters, Orlando Bloom and Nick Mohammed.
Yeah.
Right? And they play effectively 3 improv acts who get taken in by the police to do undercover operation because they can think on their feet or whatever. Yeah. It's a madcap idea. But watching it, the opening bit of them at the improv is in the Comedy Store in London.
Oh, really?
So I'm like watching it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm watching it with Michelle and we're like watching. We've been in there countless times, you know, and we've even outside of me performing in there, we went to go watch like the improv players, the Comedy Store players do their improv and stuff there. So we were like, oh, that's, you know, it's fun. And, you're watching it like the steps don't go up that way. You know what I mean? Like movie magic. They've made it kind of but like, that's not how the Comedy Store works. But it's like, great, you're watching it. And then all through the movie as well, there's like comics in
Oh,
it,
is it?
playing like background characters
Oh,
or supporting
cool.
characters. So I'm like, I know that person.
I'll
I
have
gig
to
with them and
watch
stuff.
that.
It's lots of fun. Yeah, it's quite.
There's something magical about being at the Comedy Store, and it never quite goes away.
Yeah, it hasn't. I mean, it's iconic, isn't it? I don't know when it opened the stores, like 1982 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you arrive there and you see your little face off, and you're just like, I'm at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's great because like all I don't know if they do recognize me, but the door staff always, act like they know me, which is really nice. I think they do. They remember. They back again and stuff, and it's just really.
I think like last time I played it, it took me a couple of days to settle in, and I can't remember the name of the comic, and he's really good. His wife runs Mumsnet.
His wife runs Mumsnet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah, you'll
A
know who it
comedian's
is.
wife runs Mumsnet.
What's he called? I'm terrible for names.
Stuart Goldsmith.
No, we'll have to look it up. He used to be on a breakfast show. You'll know him.
Okay.
Like in the 90s. He's quite well known. He's like quite famous.
Okay, so you were gigging with him?
I
were
was
you?
gigging with him.
Yeah.
And he helped me. He really helped me because I think like it's something about the Comedy Store there. You suddenly you can get overwhelmed by the venue and forget that you're the comedian and in charge on stage.
Yeah.
Because that's what takes you from being an open spot to a comedian.
Sure.
That you're the person in charge, and you've got to give the audience the impression that you're in charge. And I was going on in the first two gigs, kind of waiting for them to find me funny and waiting for approval.
Right.
And I'd say that was a kind of amateur thing.
Yeah, sure.
And the pro thing is for you to take the gig where you want it to go.
Yeah.
And he kind of was like, Nina, I know you're funny.
Yeah.
Do your fucking thing. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went on it and I took control of the gig and I had such a better time.
Yeah.
I think it's the iconicness that makes you kind of go
a bit starry-eyed looking
yeah,
at the
I'm
names.
like, do you like me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're walking down the stairs on the way and there's a massive picture like Robin Williams and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
So as much as it's just beautiful and amazing to be there, you've just got to remember when you go on stage, you've got to kind of fool yourself that you deserve to be there.
Yeah, it's such a, it's like, I compare it a lot as well to, con men, like as in the old school, like confidence tricks, of like going up and just saying something with such confidence, because that's where the name comes from, that people go, oh, well, yeah, they must be the ticket inspector or whatever, because they've said they're the ticket inspector and they're acting like the ticket inspector. It's like, you imagine the high vis on somebody walking in and walking out with something. It's like you project that. If you project that level of confidence, then
they will
people
believe
assume,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And often it is lying to yourself.
Yeah. Imposter. You've got to do that though, because I did over the first. It was like I was auditioning for my own spot. And you can't do that because the audience know.
Yeah.
I have little psychology things that I do. I tell the audience that I love them before I go on.
Before you go on.
Yeah. I do like a little peek behind the curtain and I tell myself I love you because I think it's really important for me to remember that we're in a contract. And that I have positive regard for them.
Yeah.
Because my energy towards them is that of love.
Yeah.
We're in it together.
Yeah,
and we're going to
sure.
have a great time. Because that's how I perform.
There's a lot of most lines of work, if you're like dealing with customer service in any way.
Yeah.
Or like stand up as well, dealing with other people. There's this very much... You can fall into traps of being like it's us and them.
Yeah,
like
I
the
don't want
workers
that.
and the customers.
Yeah,
and you have to.
Yeah.
Some comedians genuinely hold the audience in contempt.
I don't like that.
They hate the audience.
I don't like it.
And like you can see them getting, I gotta do this shit
Someone
again.
came off the other night, and I won't mention names, and they said, "Oh, they were this. They were this. Good luck with it. You won't get anything from them." And I felt that was contemptuous.
Absolutely. And not just to the audience, but to you as well.
Yeah.
That's super rude.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry I said that, Nina.
Yeah, I know. You should apologise. And it sort of got on my tits a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I was just a bit like that, because that's not how I approach it.
No.
Really, it's not. It doesn't go with my sort of way to do it. Because I was like, right, okay, so your butt hurt that it didn't go your way. You've blamed them. And now, in order for your ego to feel a little bit better about it, you want it to go badly for me.
Yeah.
That's like, there's a
it
whole
justifies...
lot of psychology.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the thing, like, well, at a professional level, once you get, I always call it through the fucking break waves of the open spot circuit, once you get into the clear blue water of professionalism, it should be a team sport.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I've said that often, like, if I'm emceeing, for instance, or opening or whatever, I don't go up and treat it like it's like the Ignacio Lopez show.
No.
It's, you know...
By the time you're all getting paid, it's a team sport. I think the problem with open spots is that they're in a really hard environment where it's very competitive. And when they come into a professional environment, they're still competing. And it's exhausting.
I've done auditions for TV stuff where some of the energy of the comedians coming in there, I'm like, you are fucking this up for all of us.
Yeah.
Because you're coming in like, I've got to be the funniest one. I got to do this. And it's like, look, you're you. Like, let you shine as you.
Yeah, nobody can be you.
You're not, I'm not going to get the job over you because, one of us is funnier than the other. It's because they're trying to get, they're trying to cast something, right?
Yeah.
And we're all, it's an ensemble piece. It's not just like a kind of one person thing.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating when they're trampling on your punchlines and trying to one-up you, and it's like...
I can't be bothered with it.
You're undermining yourself because you look desperate.
I can't be bothered with it. It's like I had to bar someone from my car. So I did some car banning because they were like, I can't... The energy of who they're gigging with, who they're going to be getting to gig with next. And I was like, I don't care.
Don't care. Save it for the podcast, kid.
I don't care. So I'm not that nice, actually.
Yeah. No, but that's where it comes to.
I'm nice if you've got a real problem.
Yeah, I was going to say that's where it comes to, where like you've done all this work, amnesty, homeless people, dealing with offenders and stuff like this. You've saved up so many karma points. Now you can just be like, listen, open spot, piss off.
Yeah, fuck off. I don't care. These are real first world problems. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
get some perspective.
Some perspective.
I need to remind myself of that sometimes, though. I stress about stuff.
It is an environment in which it really promotes you to focus on your...
Yeah, it's relative as well. Like, my biggest problem at any given moment fluctuates. And if I'm in the middle of doing stand-up and I'm, annoyed that somebody's overrunning, or that I haven't got a gig I thought I was going to get, or somebody won't contact me back, I'm like, this is the worst thing in the world. And you switch the TV on, and you're like, oh, there's a fucking earthquake.
It's like, course. And we're all like that. Of course, we're all like, nobody's a bloody saint.
Yeah,
like we're all like that.
It's like, okay, I got some plumbing problems, but the roof's still on.
And my irritations are gonna trump your irritations in that moment. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, oh God. But what I really love about being a professional comedian on the whole is being able to go to a gig and say, Ignacio, how's your partner? How's things going? Like, basically we just have a chit chat.
Yeah, 100%. That's, I mean, a lot of what the great thing about doing comedy as well is like that's my social life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when you're in a sort of professional environment, like, we don't really chat about comedy.
No.
Because you just go in there and just like relaxing.
Yeah.
Like we had that lovely weekend where we all went out for pizza in the Frog.
That was great.
Yeah. And it's just like, you're just having a nice time.
Yeah.
We all get to know each other, don't we? It's just
what was
like
nice
not
about that is
comedy.
it wasn't just comics. It always makes a difference if you've got other people there as well. Because like Amy came along as well from the Frog. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and I learned the most important thing, and I think we should end it on this.
Go on.
I learned the most important thing I've ever learned from you.
Was it pizza related?
No, it was coffee. Coffee.
The nap. The siesta
I
trick.
learned the siesta trick,
Yeah.
which is because my family have nap shamed me for years. It's very northern. Don't sleep now because you won't sleep at night. You're just lazy. You don't need a nap. You're just lazy.
That is super northern. It's like, don't wear your coat indoors.
Yeah.
Because you won't appreciate
Yeah,
when you go
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Don't nap now because you won't sleep later.
You
Don't
won't-
eat now because you won't finish your dinner.
Yeah. They're all about deferred gratification.
One day
Yeah.
you'll have enjoyment.
Yeah, one day you'll have enjoyment. Oh, they're just fucking miserable people.
I'm going to market this trick as like a self-help book.
I think you
And
should.
It's going to be a whole book, but it's literally just one chapter and the rest blank.
Yeah, totally.
And it's just going to say,
It's gonna say
drink an espresso, have a coffee before your nap because it takes 30 minutes for the caffeine to kick in.
this has changed my life. This has not only changed my life, it's changed my children's lives. I've told everybody. I've told my mum she can fuck off now. Because Ignacio says it's actually very healthy to nap during the day. It's European. There you go.
It works. It 100% works. You wake up from your nap very alert. It's perfect because some people complain about being drowsy. Gets rid of all that.
It does.
Thanks for the plug, Nina. My self-help book. Napping with Ignacio. Yeah. Napping with Nacho. Nacho short for Ignacio. Great. Thank you, Nina.
You're so welcome.
My pleasure.
That was Nina Gilligan. Make sure you give her a follow on social media. Keep an eye out for her tour dates. Her shows are always fantastic. I highly recommend them. You won't regret going along. You're gonna laugh yourself silly. This last week I performed at 4 different festivals. I performed at Wrexham Comedy Festival with Nada, getting it ready for tour. I performed at Leicester Comedy Festival launch, ready for February, telling people about the brochure. Lots of industry and press were at the show. I got heckled. I might be talking about that in the future. To get heckled at an industry show is peculiar, but it was lots of fun. And also I performed at Festelon, which is a Spanish arts and theatre festival that takes place in London. I was the only comedian, so everyone there typically was there to see theatre stuff and talks and music. But I was performing stand-up comedy, which was very exciting and fun. We did a Q&A after. I'll probably have something more to say about that soon also. Next week, I'm going to be talking to Flash Morgan Webster. He is the first Welsh person to hold a WWE belt. Very exciting chatting to him about wrestling, his origin story, and obviously we have a lot of fun along the way. There'll probably be quite a bit of bleeping. I think I swore more than most episodes. Looking forward to it. Catch you then.